Hey everyone, Jen O'Sullivan here, and I am doing our 12th and final brand with Simplicity. So we've been on a flight to find a clean brand, and it's been difficult because there's a lot of greenwashing going on. So we're gonna do the grand finale tonight with all of the brands and kind of cover the winners. There's a bunch, so that's always fun when we have several. I don't work for any of these companies, so just know that this has been really fun. WithSimplicity has kind of came in at the last hour. Kind of, this was the last brand that I was able to get and look into. You all have been asking me brand after brand after brand, what about this one, what about this one? And it's been interesting because I keep saying nope, like that one's not clean. I'll look it up and do a little review on it, just researching it, and say nope, that one's not, there's too many synthetics. One of the things about the word clean is everybody has a different opinion about it, you know. And so our main issue, I'm putting on their primer first. Our main issue is, does it have synthetics in it? Now, they have great little samples. So I like the fact that they give you, you know, you can buy these and you'll get different kind of color palettes, like lights and then mediums. So I was able to kind of look through all of them and figure out what color matched me the best. Now, I typically don't wear liquid foundation. I've been doing the liquid foundation for all of you because I know a lot of you wear liquid foundation. I don't, because I feel like it maybe becomes too much on my face. So, but you know, moving forward, when I decide which brand I'm going to use, which I'll tell you tonight, my favorites, like each company, I have like a little bit of a favorite here, favorite there, but which one overall is my favorite, that's also important too. But I want to kind of do the full makeup with you here so that you can see how this goes on. So I'm using liquid foundation 1. I have a little bit of a pink skin tone, but that I like to cover up. And I use Savvy Warm 2 and sometimes Warm 1 if I'm really pale. But basically, Savvy Minerals is being discontinued. So that's why we are doing these makeup tests. So I am a Young Living distributor who likes to put clean things on my face because we use oils. And when you use essential oils, one of our issues is I want the cleanliness of the brand to be no synthetics. The synthetics are what cause problems. So I forgot to put the concealer on. I have them in order so I don't forget because I tend to get talking here. What I typically do is I'll put the concealer on first, then the foundation, but since I'm doing powder, it's not a big deal if you do both. And I do like to put it on my eyes because I like to have a full, just one color palette. I'm constantly rubbing my nose. I have some really severe allergies right now, so I took a capsule of lavender, lemon, and peppermint vitality oil because that will help. I even put some here so I can feel the tingling of the oils on my face. And we have to realize that if that's the case, if I'm putting essential oils anywhere on my face or anywhere where makeup's gonna go, I gotta be real careful because if there's synthetics in that makeup, it's going to break out. Your face will get rashy and it won't be good. Okay, so the color for the foundation powder that worked the best for me was medium. So I was surprised by that because I went through like all the light colors and the medium was the best. So I'm gonna pour this. And all I do is I take a stripe of it, like from here down. And then I'll do the next one and I put them in order so that I can see. And if I have to move over here, I do. And then if I have to move up here, I do. But I want to really see which one's going to be the best. So I'm going to take my regular Savvy Kabuki brush. And I've wiped it clean with one of these like things that you can get everything off as much as possible. We've been doing makeup every single day here with a different brand, so we want to make sure there's no cross-contamination. I got it all over my shirt. So it'll all come off, it's fine. But basically just enough to get on that brush, tap it off. And you're just gonna pull those colors kind of in and around. And so far, this is going on kind of like Savvy does. So that's an interesting thing to find, because some of the powders go on real thick, some of them go on a little bit more buildable. It just depends on what you're looking for. For me personally, my husband doesn't like masks. He wants to see my skin still. So for him, he's real like, if he can't see my pores and I look like a mask, he doesn't like it. So he wants it to feel like it's just natural. Like, I think most guys like that. Their blush is interesting. They have some blushes that are powder. I didn't end up getting those. I got the stick and I got the Brighten color, and it was online. It looks way darker than this. So just so you know, this is pretty light. And at first I was like, that's not gonna work. But I tried it and it's not bad. So it's kind of more of a highlight. And you all know, I'm always complaining about blushes being way too pink. So this was an interesting try for me because I thought, well, let's just try it. And it actually gives like the perfect glow. It's not even like, I could never go too much with this because it's not dark enough, but it gives this really nice, fresh glow. I'm surprised by it. So I didn't, because like here, way lighter, right? So just putting it on my lips, it looks like way too light, but on the cheeks, it's good. The other thing that I did then, just to kind of, if I wanted to add a little bit more color, was adding, let's see if I can find it. I got a lipstick that is called Pink Clay. And remember, these natural products are easy to kind of cross do. And that's maybe a little dark for my lips, right? But if I take just a smidge on my finger here, that's going to go on just nicely and give me just a tiny bit of extra pink. So again, that's the beauty of natural products. You just got to kind of figure out what's going to work for you. So I have the gloss here in my pocket to warm it up. And I'm right out of the shower, so I did not dry my hair, but tonight my hair will be dried. Okay, so that being said, it's actually pretty good. I've taken down the redness and it looks fairly natural so far. So let's go ahead and I'm going to do their setting powder. I do like using setting powders no matter what kind of makeup I put on. And the reason for that is because I tend to get kind of oily throughout the day because I'm running around so much. So I'm just going to use their setting powder here and just a little bit. I don't even need a lot. I just put it, sort of brush it over like a tiny amount. And this doesn't have any shine in it or anything. It's just like a silica based setting powder. And I just have a sample here. So, okay, eyes. So I got Moscato, which is sort of, I'm always looking for a best kept secret type of color. So you can see here, it's just a kind of like a light pan color. And that's helpful because that will just allow to have a nice base color. And then I can color in from there. Okay. And then the other color here is Creme Brulee. It's a little darker. And for this one, I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit here in the crease, and then a little bit more and then on this side, and then I'm going to use this as the eyeliner. So they do have a liquid eyeliner and a pencil eyeliner. I got the liquid eyeliner, and because I am a train wreck with liquid eyeliners on camera, like doing it like this, hand folding things, I'm not even going to attempt it, you guys. I think I will mess it all up. So I got a little bit of liquid on my little chiseled brush here, and I'm just pulling some of this darker eyeshadow that I just used. and I'm going to use that. So making it wet will darken it a little bit and allow it to go on more like an eyeliner. But I'm excited to try their eyeliners and see, you know, if I can get them to work well. I feel like there's a learning curve sometimes for me with everybody's eyeliner as far as their, you know, do we have to warm them up? Do they have to be sharpened a different way? Do we have to use them in a way that is going to allow, you know, them to not smudge all over the place? Or that's kind of the main issue. All right, so honestly, and for me personally, I'm kind of like I think my spit works better than water. I feel like you guys kind of think I'm crazy when I do that, but I don't. I feel like spit, for some reason, picks up the colors better. We use a misting spray, and I believe this company has a misting spray. I think it's out of stock, so that's why I didn't try it. But misting sprays are helpful because, again, you've got a little bit in there. So yeah, that went on much faster and easier. I can use this color because it is just a brown. It's a lighter brown, just to fill in my eyebrows. They have a pencil that I'm interested in, and I don't have the right color. I was thinking this would work really well, but they have these eyebrow pencils that are double-sided, and one side is a color, and I got the taupe hoping that it would be the right color. It's hard to match, but to be able to do this with my hair, and it sort of does, but I think because this is a cream, I feel like this would maybe take too long and maybe it would be a little clumpy, but my hair's a little wet right now, so this is kind of an interesting try for me to see, because then I can just go ahead and kind of brush that in, and that's the point. So this would be too light. You can see it's too light for my eyebrows, but I wanted to see if I could get this to work for my grays, which right now I have quite a bit. I haven't colored my hair in a while, so I tend to just do this. And you know, I mean, this isn't bad. I haven't tried this yet, so I was wondering how this would work. So that would take a while, and because this is different. When I use powder, I can just go really fast. This is almost like you have to art form this and paint it over the specific grays and really, you know, see. So I'll let you all know tonight if this worked well or if it was a fail, because sometimes this is brand new. I usually, like I said, use the powders, but I liked this idea. And I think as I'm getting older and my eyebrows are turning gray, I need something like this. It's going to stay put. So again, I can take this little guy and just brush it. It's doing okay. I'm surprised. So, I mean, you can see now from, I mean, there's the gray back there, you can see, which I haven't done, but that's pretty good. So just hold your hair flat and just kind of paint on there. We'll see. We'll see how this does. So that was an interesting product they had, which I was like, oh, curious about. Okay, so let's go ahead and get these eyes done. The other thing is that I was interested in trying, because this was so light, is, again, you can use this anywhere. So I can take down the color of my lips a little bit, just make it a little bit lighter there. I can also then, and be careful because I don't want that pink on my eyes, but let's wipe that off. I can also take this and pull this into as like a liquid color for my eyes here, to just kind of pull some highlights in here, because this is actually a really nice color that is shimmering, a little bit more shimmering. All right, so let's see if this will go on. And maybe that's too much, I'm not sure. It's hard to tell in this lighting once I get into the light regular. I think this eye has too much going on. That's okay. Let me go back, wipe all this off, and we'll go back over it with this. And you see my eyes are red now because I just wiped them. My skin turns so pink so fast. And that's always fun to have. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and, so this looks much darker, but I think because I rubbed my eye as well. I had this as the mascara. I had it in my pocket to just warm it up because we all know it's hard to get natural mascara on if it's cold. And it is winter right now and it's a little bit cold in the house. So I've learned to just warm up my mascara and it goes on much smoother. All right, so we'll see how this goes, see how it works so far. Pretty good. I feel like this is gonna be like a yearbook thing. When we announce like all the winners and then the best of, it's like yearbook prom tonight. So I hope you're able to make it. And I hope you invite your friends because it's gonna be really fun. All of the replays will be loaded onto my YouTube channel. Facebook just lovely changed their algorithm, so I can't easily download my videos anymore. Now I have to get into the MBasic code and download them, which takes more time. So bear with me as I get these videos all on my YouTube channel, but they will be there. And if you are in the Facebook group, you get them instantly because we are live right now in that Facebook group. So the Facebook group is Club 31 Oils. It's free for anybody to join. And I am working towards becoming a naturopathic doctor. I have a couple more months of study and I'll be board certified naturopathic doctor. I pass the tests. I have like a 99% right now in my coursework, so that's pretty good. But the whole point of it is lifestyle. How are we living? How are we moving through this world clean? And that was one of the things here. So again, I don't work for any of these companies, and this is just sharing with you how I put on my makeup and what I think about the brands and how it wears during the day. So you'll get to see how this wears during the day. I usually do an up close for you guys of the eyes so you can see the makeup and what I put on. And I have no clue if I did it well or not because I'm looking at a video camera as opposed to a mirror in most cases. So not sure what you guys think, but we'll see. We'll see how it wears. I don't know if it didn't look like it was flaking, but we'll see. And then we will announce all the winners. I think there's four to five clean makeup brands. I had one makeup brand contact me recently, and I'm like, you kind of missed the cutoff because we've been reaching out to everybody to see who wants to be involved in this. I've paid for the majority of the makeup. Some of the companies have sponsored samples and a few of the items. Every company I've spent a lot of money with, so I have spent my own money on most of these things. Actually, all of the brands I've spent money on. It's just a matter of some of them sponsored some of the items, which was very helpful. But yeah, I mean, this has been a huge undertaking. 12 brands. Each brand costs anywhere from $200 to $350, if not $400 to get the full makeup line. So you do the math on that and realize that it's been a lot and it's been a lot of fun, and I have a lot of makeup now. So it's just been interesting to see that this is non-biased. Again, something I want to share with you. How can you find clean makeup? As far as I can tell, WithSimplicity is clean. I've looked through all the things I'm using, totally clean. Again, what I mean by that is there's no synthetics. We're going to talk about tonight understanding what each of those do. So certain synthetics that you'll find in products that maybe you thought was a clean brand and maybe it isn't, or maybe it is clean, but they have a couple of random items in it that you're curious about and why I might say it's not clean, but maybe it is. So, you know, like the EWG, certain preservatives, just answering all the questions that you might have about makeup and what goes into the lines and how, you know, how we move through all of this. It's a lot of fun. So join me tonight, and that is going to be on the Zoom call. If you can join live on the Zoom, you can watch the replays. I encourage you to get into the Facebook group. If you're not in Facebook, please go ahead and join also anyways my email list, just because you'll get updates on what's going on. I'm asking each of these companies to please provide a discount for you all. So they have been mostly, some haven't even gotten back to me. So I'm like, whatever, what can you do? But I'm trying to get a better discount than like your join discount, like when you start out for the first time. So it should be fun, and you guys will all have access if you get onto my email list, which is vitalityedu.com/subscribe, and just enjoy those. I try to just send you pertinent emails. Try not to spam you. So that's the goal. All right, Jen O'Sullivan here, signing off. We'll see how this makeup wears. We'll see you tonight. Bye, everyone.